Good Friday morning, tracking tropical depression Fred, as you'll notice, dumping heavy rain and leading to gusty winds here across parts of Cuba, the Bahamas, and Jamaica. Satellite imagery is looking a little more impressive as compared to yesterday, when Fred was really struggling and had been impacted by the rugged terrain of Hispaniola and also some wind shear. But right now, as it's just moving parallel to the north coast of Cuba, it does have the opportunity to strengthen, and that indeed is what the Hurricane Center is forecasting. Here's the latest 5 a.m. advisory if you're just waking up and joining us. Right now, Fred has slowed down a little bit. It is moving west-northwest at 10 miles an hour. Max sustained winds of 35 miles an hour, 370 miles east-southeast of Key West. And Fred is expected to re-intensify into a tropical storm later today. Tropical storm warnings now issued for the Florida Keys, tropical storm watch for the southwest coast of Florida, and tropical storm watch for much of eastern Cuba. And Fred is going to continue to move over the warm waters here and likely become a tropical storm again later today, and then it'll continue moving west-northwest in our general direction. Yes, the cone has been shifting a little bit further to the west, but Fred is still forecast to move across or near the Keys, and tropical storm conditions will be likely there and could even be impacting parts of Miami-Dade and Broward County, as well as the potential for heavy rain, flooding, and damaging gusty winds. Even tornadoes will be possible as Fred does move here across the Keys and then rides up or near the Gulf Coast as we head into Sunday, and then by Monday morning could be making landfall here across the Florida Panhandle before it weakens into a depression and moves across the southeast. And by the way, in addition to Fred, there is another disturbance which is about 1,000 miles east of the Lesser Antilles, which does have a high potential of becoming our next depression or a tropical storm. So the tropics really heating up here as we are in the peak of the season. So here's the water vapor imagery, and I want to show you all the moisture associated with Fred, which is currently over Cuba, Jamaica, the Bahamas. Now, all the rain that we had yesterday is not related to Fred. We're not starting to see the rain bands already, although that'll start late tonight and especially by tomorrow. But the reason for our heavy downpours last night and the flooding is because of all this moisture that is over us and a disturbance that has led to already some ponding out there and some nasty storms overnight. Now, flood watch is in effect this evening through tomorrow night, and that is due to the moisture associated with Fred and all the heavy rain and flooding expected with Fred. Looking at real-time Doppler radar, you'll see that some showers are moving in around coastal Broward near Deerfield Beach and Pompano Beach, as well as around Miami Beach, parts of downtown Miami, Miami Lakes, Hialeah. At least these are just light showers, nothing in comparison to the torrential rain we had overnight. Kendall, Coral Gables, some showers, Princeton as well. So throughout the day today, we will see some sun at times, and hence the high around 90 degrees, but gusty storms will be possible. The winds will be increasing and building out of the northeast, 15 to 25 miles an hour. Small craft caution is in effect for boaters, seas 3 to 5, a moderate chop on the bays, and tonight storms will be on the increase and some will be heavy. And as you'll notice from our estimated time of arrival of tropical storm conditions, basically this is when you need to be ready, right? And as we look at tomorrow morning, that's when we are going to see the tropical storm conditions start to move in across the Keys, and you'll notice that Fred is forecast to be near the Keys as we get into late morning, and the center of Fred is forecast to move across the Keys possibly as we get into the middle of the day. So the timing is now a little different from what we were thinking yesterday. The forecast now is looking like the worst of the weather is going to be arriving tomorrow midday into the afternoon and likely lingering through the evening until Fred moves further away. But even all the moisture is going to be lingering and keeping us unsettled, as you'll notice from our future radar. Today we'll see some scattered storms, and really it's tomorrow when the worst of the weather is expected, and we'll see the potential for heavy downpours and flooding, and the morning hours is when it'll all begin. But the nastiest weather is arriving as we get into the afternoon and through the evening, and your extended forecast is showing it's going to be a wet and windy weekend.